in our eye. They're optical pigments that are necessary for healthy vision, but they also happen to be incredibly well designed to protect us from high energy radiation.
Absolutely. Well, Andrew, it's the beginning of our next hour, well, our last hour for tonight. So I'll just take a moment to kind of press that reset button. If you are joining HSN for the very first time, this is a perfect opportunity. If you've never met Andrew Lessman, he's part of our faves weekend. He is our fave. He's our #1 brand. He's our lowest return rate. And we're celebrating not one, but 2 today's specials. Now, if you are joining us, because we know everybody's in a different time zone and tuning in at different points, we did the last official look at the eye support today's special. You see that item number at the bottom of your screen. But right now, we're also doing due justice to the Maximum L+Z. Here's your other today's special. Special purchase pricing, a great way to really harness nature's benefit to support that valuable gift of vision and sight. Certainly, we're challenging it now more in history maybe than ever before. This purchase pricing, though, is really remarkable because, we always talk about the Andrew Lessman difference and the side benefits. So not just optical pigment, eye health, but brain health. Andrew, I gotta tell you, I'm impressed by these savings, and I know I probably shouldn't go there, but I have seen, I guess, literally and felt such a profound difference since I started adding this. I'm just happy to see that you're doing it at a special price today.
Well, we're doing this with Ultimate Eye because Ultimate Eye is really for us the be all and end all of an eye support product. But there are some people who have special requirements. I'm one of them because I'm a crazy person who at my age still likes running at altitude. And most people who have reached there, I guess this would be my 7th decade. Most people who are in that decade are not still going out and spending time at 12, 13, 14,000 feet. And amazingly, my dog, because I guess he's over 12, that means he's close to 90 years of age, technically. He's doing it too. So what did they say? God takes care of those who care for themselves. But again, we have to be intelligent. And lutein and zeaxanthin, it's 2 of the most critical nutrients that has been identified in a healthy diet. And not just in our diet, they've been identified as a critical structural component in the eye. So whether you're looking at the retina, the macular region, the lens of the eye, lutein and zeaxanthin are present there at the highest concentrations in the human body for no other reason than to deliver their vision enhancing and vision protecting benefits. That is their role. That is why they are part of our body. And our body, unfortunately, cannot make them. And again, if our body couldn't make them, but we needed them, then our body would be able to make them, if that makes sense. That the fact that our body can't make them, but we need them, is an indication that at one time in human times, they were abundant. But it's the changes in our diet, the changes in our lifestyle that makes this otherwise abundant ingredient no longer abundant to us. So it's up to us to either change the way we eat, and I really encourage everyone to do that, to make those changes in our diet, to add the oily fish to provide the omega-3s, to stop eating potatoes and start eating kale and collard greens and mustard greens. It doesn't sound terribly appetizing, but if you do that, you're going to be getting the lutein and zeaxanthin. And by the way, if they look at the health of people's eyes who eat an abundance of lutein and zeaxanthin in their diet, if they look even at their brain and how their brain function persists as they age with a diet that's higher in lutein and zeaxanthin, you're looking at positive lifestyles that have positive outcomes. So it's not a mystery. It's just very difficult given the traditional American diet, given our upbringing. I was a kid who rarely had green vegetables growing up. It was mostly things like meat and potatoes. We had fish once a week. So this was not the things that I now recommend that we all eat, not how I grew up eating, and it's now how I've modified my diet, but I make sure that I supplement those key nutrients to ensure that I'm getting the benefits.
Well, and Andrew, to your point, you know, I give thanks for what the gift of good health every day, and this is also like a little reminder for me. Like you said, when I take my Andrew Lessman vitamins, it's like a little visual reminder. If nothing else, it's like, yeah, you know what? Did I eat any leafy greens today? Did I do better? It's so funny because it all dovetails on a better life. And I know you often say, and we do too, when you know better, you do better. It's just so great that you give us the tools or the keys to the kingdom, harnessing these valuable assets to help protect the gift of that vision. And Andrew, I'm with you. Yes, the special purchase pricing is wonderful, and it's, you know, nice and really incredible. You did it as a today's special. But I think more importantly, I like knowing I can trust you, the quality of manufacturing, the integrity of the formulation, the side benefits for my brain. This is just a win-win proposition.
And again, for those who say you just want a simple, affordable way to get lutein or zeaxanthin, say you can't afford Ultimate Eye with all its comprehensive ingredients, but you know lutein and zeaxanthin, they are the defining optical pigments, the macular pigments in our eye, then the typical American diet gives less than 2 milligrams a day of lutein and zeaxanthin. So that means it's less than 20 milligrams over 10 days, less than 20 milligrams over 10 days. If you swallow one of these capsules every 10 days, one every 10 days, you just doubled your levels. So even a small size, you can get a small size of this and take it every 5, 10 days. Take it every other day. As I try to emphasize, good health, unlike taking medicines, which are sort of all or nothing, you have to follow your doctor's orders and take it specifically, whether it's an antibiotic or an antihypertensive, whatever it might be. It won't work unless you take it properly. When it comes to a healthy diet, when it comes to these healthy ingredients, whatever you do is beneficial. So by taking one of these capsules every 10 days or once a week, you've probably almost tripled your levels of lutein and zeaxanthin. So there's an opportunity to fit into any budget. And the most important thing is we just understand what we're getting from our diet, what we're not getting from our diet, and what we could afford to add from a dietary supplement. So green leafy vegetables, that's a great thing to add to our diet. I had been working on a book a long time ago, probably over 20 years ago, that totally connected the kind of the downfall of human health to the import of the potato from South America. So it was a little written tongue-in-cheek, but it was talking about how a potato just does not afford, has a lot of calories, but not a lot of nutrition. And the most popular vegetable in America, it isn't a vegetable, it's the French fry. So if we could shift things around and start adding a little spinach, a little kale, a little asparagus, green beans, peas, those green leafy vegetables, colorful fruits and vegetables, we will weigh less and we will be way healthier as well.
Absolutely. Well, if you are channel surfing, remember, this is Andrew's last hour for the weekend. He will be back tomorrow night. But today's special is a today's special. That price does expire at the stroke of midnight. 30-day return policy. So happy to see that the Maximum L+Z is available at this day only pricing. 30, 60, 120, and 240, free shipping. Remember, normally with the Andrew Lessman products, yes, he's our fave. Yes, he's our #1 brand and our lowest return rate. But it is most definitely see the difference, feel the difference products, all with those side benefits. And what a lovely way to give thanks for that gift of vision and really do your utmost and optimum best for the best pricing that we have ever seen on this product. And Andrew, I think it's really true. I mean, I know you always say the most valuable part of your shows is the information, is sharing that with people. But case in point though, especially with your eye products, well, your Omega, nobody is quite doing products in the way that you are doing them.
Well, I think it's too easy to take shortcuts. You can't shortcut science. I mean, you can't escape science. It is what it is. So I think for us, my imperative is the science, following the science and getting out of the way of Mother Nature. What I was going to say before, it's kind of a two-edged sword when you look at this. On one hand, if say someone wasn't getting adequate lutein and zeaxanthin their entire life, and someone else was getting adequate lutein and zeaxanthin their whole life, someone was being a perfect angel, someone was not. What's interesting about lutein and zeaxanthin, whether from the diet or by way of supplementation, if you suddenly decide, now I'm finally going to pay attention to my eyes and give my eyes the optical pigments they require, that if you looked at those two eyes, maybe a lifetime, there might be certain issues that have happened over the course of the lifetime, but if you look at the optical pigment density, you can achieve that optimum optical pigment density, that maximum optical pigment density, by supplementing even late in life. So a lifetime of ignoring your eyes doesn't mean that you can't derive benefits. So certainly it's better to start earlier, but if you've never done it, you're now 70, 80, 90 years old, you still can see benefits, and optical pigments will be deposited. So again, it's never too late to make a difference, and that's something. So don't think if you're starting soon, you're not getting benefits. Yes, you have a lifetime of protection in front of you, but if you haven't done it for your entire lifetime, it's never too late to start to experience benefits.
Absolutely. Never too early, never too late. That is your last official look at our Max L+Z today's special. Andrew, we got a lot of things to get to, don't we? I'm going to get my steps in the next hour, right?
We have a number of separate products, individual products, that especially with